Romans killed plenty of people in crucifixion.
Well, 2 were killed along with Jesus.
So what makes that one specific Jesus?
Well, the big difference is Jesus said, "I lay my life down willingly. If I lay it down, I will take it up again."
It's not much of a sacrifice if you can get back up a couple days.
In the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, "Father, if it be possible, take this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done." The Father affirmed it was the will of God, so he went on to the cross.
Which doesn't make it willing, it makes it willful, as in he felt he had to do it.
Well, it
So
was
he wanted
painful.
to do it.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy thing to do.
If
If it was an easy thing to do, no big deal about it. So yes, he did it with much sorrow.
Everyone's making me dinner.
Grief.
But you say it as if he made a choice to say that I'm going to hang on the cross for the rest of you. But really,
He could have,
Romans
he
who put
didn't
him
have
on
to
the cross.
continue if he had stopped his ministry.
Do you believe that Allah
the
is
Jews
God?
would have been quite happy. They wouldn't have delivered him up to be
Do
crucified.
you believe that Allah is God?
No.
Okay. Do you think that a rational Muslim could tell the same story you just told? That he read the Quran?
I've never heard him tell that. You know, I've been around
Muslims
Muslims.
have had a
I don't
conversion story?
hear them talking about dramatic conversion stories or having which result in this: a father-son relationship with God. For instance, there's no place in the Quran where Allah is referred to as our Heavenly Father.
He created us. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, my point is
But they
that a
don't.
personal
They say God
story-
has no son.
That a personal story about how you felt and what you changed your mind about
But
is
they
not
don't
a
believe-
proof.
They don't believe
It's not a
that God
proof
dwells
of
in them.
God.
Muslims do not believe that God's Spirit is in them.
The Muslims don't, but the Muslims do.
It can be pronounced either way. And it can be spelled.
My point
with a
is
U or
that,
no.
that I asked you for a proof of a prayer answered that could not be explained by anything else, and you gave me a personal story, which for Christians I understand
It's
it's
a
very
prayer.
important.
It's a personal prayer.
Okay, first of all, you wouldn't
How
drink
many
and
of
bleed.
those guys do
The
you
point
think
is
they
that
get
you
every
started
time
to
they
bleed.
come
But
to the
anyways,
church?
it could be explained by other things,
He's
right?
pissed. I mean, like, not
You
rational.
could have been wrong. Like, you could have just read a book, saw some stuff in the sky, and got wrong. Like, it's not a
Well, you should see
proof
the other guy.
that the Christian
The other
God
guy
is
was
real.
a
It could have even been a proof that
The
Allah
other
is
guy's
real.
up there.
He just happened to forgive you
No,
and found the
no.
wrong
I'm
book.
talking about the. He was wearing John Lennon
You
shirt.
know,
Oh, yeah,
again,
that guy, he's
the Quran
pretty much
doesn't
the same
teach
environment.
the new
Well,
birth,
I mean,
that you can be
I guess
regenerated.
the whole thing is about
So what?
Start
they
life
respect.
anew.
Just he's not even
Where is it
respectful,
written
though.
that
I mean,
a religion is
I
only
agree with
true
his
if
arguments, but
it
it's just like
talks about
Well,
the
if
new
it
birth?
works.
I mean, what's the point?
I
You know,
agree.
does it work? Is your religion work? You know, any religion
Like I said,
has
I
to
might
answer
disagree with
certain
the
fundamental
ideas, but at the
questions.
same time,
It has to give meaning to
everyone
life.
has their own ideas and
It
beliefs.
has
Who
to
are we to say what's right
explain
and wrong?
origin.
Yelling is not going to
Origin of life.
That's
It has to explain our
Ever since
ultimate destiny.
no one knows the truth.
And it has
We're
to
good with
account.
this
It
one
has
so
to
far.
account for this moral sense that we have. Listen, just suppose Allah was the true God. If Allah was the true God, I would not worship Him. The word worship literally means account worth to, because I don't see that He's a loving God. See, our God becomes a man. Our God is willing to wash His disciples' feet. I once asked a group of Muslims, would Allah wash your feet? And they thought that very thought was blasphemous. God's too great for that. But our God humbles Himself and is willing to wash the feet of His followers. And humility, I think, is a trait most of us would admire. And
I would admire abs. That doesn't mean that if God doesn't have them.
well, that's not a moral
My
trait.
point is, you're
Yes,
just
you
you're
might
making up
admire
guy.
a physical body.
You're saying I don't like
guy is
the
just so
Muslim
happy to
God, so he
talk.
must not be real.
No, I
That's what
said,
you just said.
No,
Yeah, I
I
guess he
said
has some
if
really
He is real,
big
Uh-huh.
issues
I would not
with the word.
follow